I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today we count down the 6 skins within Rainbow Six Siege that could be considered pay to win. Now Rainbow Six Siege isn't all that pay to win. Now I don't want to class these as pay to win because that's kind of a negative way of putting it, but to be honest, these do give you an in-game advantage. So if you are looking for that diamond champion rank, and then I do recommend you put these skins on. Okay, so coming in the first spot we have the Allied Cover Vigil headgear. Most of these are headgears, 2 of them are uniforms. Now this first headgear, some could argue that the default would be more hidden in the dark rather than the allied cover, but in a game like Rainbow where most of the walls are all kind of beige, white, yellow, you could have your head hidden really well within certain spots. Now I'm trying to think of every map and I can't see this headgear being bad in any map. It's not a headgear that is like, oh, I'm over here, shoot me in the head. It is very well hidden. In a map like a border or villa, this would be amazing. And like I said, some could argue that the default is better, but I believe this allied cover would be really good at hiding. And in a game like Rainbow, you're going to want every advantage you can get, and if you pick someone with this headgear and then they don't see you straight away, and then it does give you that few seconds head start of shooting at them before they notice that your head is there, and then have to go through the process of, you know, having a reaction time and then shooting and all that. So this headgear comes in the first spot, well not first but in the 6th spot, but it's the first one I covered. But the second spot we have is the Commander headgear for RQ. Now it might not seem all that much, and like I said in the beginning, these headgears aren't all that much of an in-game advantage, but they do give you an in-game advantage. Now if you look at the default, you have like the visor at the top, the big earmuffs, and then compare it back to the Commander, you can see the Commander is very more tucked in. If you were to draw an outline on the Commander and then switch it back to default, the default would be much bigger. And in a game like Rainbow where every pixel counts, pixel picking is really big, and that is why Commander comes in the next spot. Coming in the 4th spot, or 4th place, but the 3rd one so far, is Scorch Mineral for the Legion headgear. With a character like Legion where the headgear is really big, you're going to want the smallest headgear possible. Now with the Scorch Mineral, it's all tucked in, it's got a desert look to it as well, so you are going to be hidden within certain walls of Rainbow Six Siege, but overall your head is just more tucked in, you got the mask over you, and if you compare it back to the default headgear, you can see the headgear is just massive, it's a massive meatball. But the Scorch Mineral is all nice and tucked in, and like I said with the IQ headgear, every pixel counts. So if you are looking for that diamond rank, and then I recommend you put this on. Now like I've said many times within the video, these might not give you the most advantage, but where every pixel counts, and then it is recommended you put this headgear on just to keep hidden and have the fewest pixels possible within your head. Now just to mention, these headgears don't change your head hitbox at all. It's more of a just them seeing your head and then having that reaction time and then shooting. You're gonna want the smallest head possible, but that is why Scorch Mineral is somewhere on this list. Now coming in the 4th spot, we have the Tumbleweed Jaeger headgear. Now just look how slim and clean this is compared to the default. Now this isn't the default, but it's a variation of the default. You can see the big earmuffs, the big this head at the top, and it's just a big massive circle. Like I said with the Legion headgear, the earmuffs aren't a part of the hitbox, and none of these headgears do change the hitbox, but where every pixel counts, you're going to want the slimmest head, like I've said multiple times, and this is why the Tumbleweed is on this list. You can see it's very just tucked in, very slim, just a nice tall oval shape, and it does have that desert effect, so you are going to be hidden against certain walls within Rainbow Six Siege. I recommend you match this up with a nice deserty uniform, and you can run around with the Jaeger 3 speed and peek everything, and you won't get spotted as easily as wearing the default headgear. You're not going to be a massive green meatball anymore, you'll be a slim yellow something, I don't know. I was trying to think of a joke, but it didn't work. Coming in the second place, we have the Wind Bastion bundle, or just any Wind Bastion uniform or headgear. Now you can see just the color of this. Now it might not do all too much of making your head slimmer or anything like that, but just the pattern and color of it, and because in a game like Rainbow Six Siege where all the walls are kind of beige, yellow and white, it is going to be hard for you to see these skins. Now it is argued for a long time that skins like this are very pay to win and do give you an in-game advantage. If you just hop this Wind Bastion uniform on Legion and then hop on the Scorch Mineral headgear, and then it's going to be really hard for you to see them. Also, don't forget to add that brown weapon skin and then you will pretty much be invisible. And just like in any military war, you are going to want that patterned uniform to stay hidden against certain walls, and that is why the Wind Bastion bundle comes in on the second place. And the number one spot, which is probably very expected, is the Emperor Rise bundle, or just uniform or headgear for any character. Now it has been argued, everyone knows that this skin is the most paid to win skin within the game. Now there was an image floating around Reddit for a very long time of the Emperor Rise skin compared to the Villa wall. If I can find the image, I'll put it up on the screen, but you can see that you are very hidden against certain walls within the game. Just slam on a greeny weapon skin like I do on Acer, and then you are going to be hidden and no one is ever going to find you. Now it doesn't make your head slimmer or your uniform slimmer, but just the color is very pay to win. It's like as if they've gone in the files, grabbed the textures of every wall in the game and just made it into a uniform and thought, okay, this is a good idea. No, Ubisoft, this was not a good idea, but it's a bit too late. They can't change an existing uniform. I don't know though, they might do. But this Emperor Rise is the most pay to win skin within Rainbow Six Siege. And then some might argue that the Wind Bastion bundle is the second, and then all the other headgears are just all the ones that I've went through and thought that it has an in-game advantage. So if you are looking for that diamond rank, then I recommend you go through all the video and equip everything I've covered within today's video. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think there are any pay to win skins in the game? Do you believe in pay to win? Are there any skins I should have included? And that is pretty much everything. So I hope you have a wonderful day and goodbye.